As plumbers, there are things that we deal with every single day that most people don't even see. It's more than just unblocking toilets and fixing taps. It's the small things what clients do or don't understand or misunderstand, which can cause so much headache and problems. But today I'm going to share with you some of the things which plumbers think but don't say out loud, but make so much sense and could probably make it easier for you the next time when you have a plumber. I've come across loads of different types of jobs. People say to me, oh, it's just a small job, it's just something that needs to be done. So I've had that happen to me numerous amounts of times, and here's the story behind it. Someone said to me, could you fix a toilet? Fit a toilet in, basically. I'm like, yeah, there's no problem. When I've turned up there, there's 2 bathrooms to do. There is a new water main to run, and there are 2 washing machines to do as well. And they also want all this done in a time frame. Again, they've looked at it as, it's just a short job. This is what you do. Why can't you just do it? Again, it's not that simple, because organisation has to go into every single build, and all the time when you're working, yeah, you're super subconscious about the time, but also looking at people's expectations from what you're doing. And you can't always turn over high quality work in a short amount of time. You have to think about ways how to get around it. Do I need to get more people on the job? Do I need to split this job between me and 3 people so we can get it done, so we can actually secure that person? Because no customer who comes to you straight away is a loyal customer. They're just a customer in general. So you want to deal with them accordingly, but you always want to make sure they get the right level of service from you. And you can't always do that when you're at other jobs, or that you're not anticipating this job turning into a bigger job than what they said it was at the beginning. Times have I come to a client or a customer and I've seen like a bowl in the corner and said, oh, you've got a leak there, a little drip. They've said, oh yeah, don't worry about that, we just put a bowl underneath that. I'm like, okay, it needs to be fixed at some point, and constant dripping water isn't good for the rest of the foundation of the house. You know, like any wood, what it drips on in a bathroom or something like that will generally create mold at some point, and then people want it fixed. This is the thing about it sometimes. I understand that things cost, you know, but when you do something right the first time, you don't end up paying continuous times again, because it doesn't normally break again. And this is the guarantee that we want to try and give people as plumbers. Also want to allow them to understand that things definitely do go wrong. Things have their life cycle and your user cycle. If you've never looked after it, if you've never maintained it, it could break down one day. It's just quite simple. I've seen this so many times when a customer tries to fix something like a leak. We had a customer who had a shower, and the shower mixer valves are very intricate if you've ever worked on any of them before. It might have been the thermostatic cartridge valve which was failing and you needed to take it out, and then possibly could have been some circlips ahead of it, and that makes it very intricate to do. And if you haven't got the time or the patience, yeah, it will make it very difficult for you. And the same customer actually tried to change their cartridges in their taps, and we ended up having to get an angle grinder just to get it out. And for all of that sake, it wasted a good like 4 hours while on the job. And I was honestly saying in my head, you know what, why don't you just tell him to get a new one? It's easier if you say get a new one. I know the customer wants it fixed, and sometimes adhering to them rules that the customer is always right isn't always the right thing to do in the long run. I thought it was necessary that that person get a new shower, but we did manage to get it on and working as well, because that's what the customer asked. But I definitely do think, from my behalf, it was easier for us to fit a brand new one, and it would have been less time consuming as well. But I guess at certain points, the customer is always right, and you try to do what they've asked you to do, which is, please could you fix it? The amount of times that I've heard, could you just fix this while you're here? Time is always planned for the whole day, and the time is very short when it comes to a day, when it comes to any tradesperson's day. You look at it's only 8 hours. You've got a period of time which you've got to spend traveling. Most jobs are not going to be around the corner from each other unless you've scheduled out your map, or you saying to yourself, I'm only doing jobs in this specific area, and then you limit how much earnings you can do. So when people say to you, oh, you couldn't just look at this quickly, because you might start looking at it, realize how to fix it, and you spent half an hour there. That's half an hour which you might not get paid for. You've just been asked to have a little look, and while you've had a look, you've discovered something else, and that could possibly open another like Pandora's box of how much someone's going to have to pay out at some point. And they're just thinking, oh, I just asked you to have a little look at it. Or having a look at it doesn't mean that to them. What it means like to you, what do you think of it? And both of them things are going to take time and effort. So if you haven't got the time and the effort, you know, the answer is no, because I've got something booked in which is in the next hour, and I have the next 45 minutes to get there, and I like to get to my appointments early. So time schedules definitely do matter when it comes to any tradesperson, especially us plumbers. People get annoyed at weekend and evening call-out prices, but you've got to ask yourself, we're all normal human beings, and if you choose to leave your house, it's going to have to be worth something. It's going to have to warrant the amount what you're leaving. So if I leave my house, I need to make sure I've got at least a couple of £100. A couple means two. So if you're not willing to pay the two as a minimum, I'm not going to be able to turn up because my services require that. I know it's a different rate in the week, normal working hours. Unsociable hours have to require another rate. It can't be the same rate. If someone said they'll pop out for £40 in a day, expect them to be saying double that at night, because it's going to interrupt their sleep. They still have to come and be professional at their place of work, and they're hoping, and probably you're hoping, that they fix the problem there and then. And a call out is generally meant for making stuff safe, not actually doing the repair. But if you put them all in together and do it as a repair, kudos to you. I guess it's all about representation and how people see you, but people have got to see you as a business that's operating in different times of the day and different areas as well. So it definitely must command just a little bit more. That's the people, clients who clear space for work. If you know that you're having a radiator installed, yeah, and you've got your sofa there, you've got everything else there, how are we supposed to create a clear workspace which makes it faster for us to work, and we're not getting around objects which are in the property? We can't ask for anything more when someone does that. That puts a smile on your face, because it lets them know, and you know, oh, they're ready for us to be working in this space. And it's not going to be like, oh, surprise, surprise, we've got to get this past your sofa. Well, that creates a good client relationship between you and that person. And you as a client and you as a customer, you think to yourself, okay, it would make sense if I cleared that area for the plumber who's coming. Makes it smoother, makes it faster when it comes to installation, and it's just all a thumbs up all around. If you've got stuff in the way and we have to clear out this spare room just to put the things in what you need, it just makes the day a lot longer. You know, we've come to install, so as long as the install is running as quick as it can, it's always a thumbs up. It's always going to be a good, great relationship between the plumber and the client. About sharing what is wrong. So when you get to a job, yeah, it might take a plumber a little while to work out what's going on, but with the story behind the customer of how something happened or how something went wrong would lead you to your answer a lot quicker. So being upfront and having good communication between you as a customer or you as the plumber to the customer makes things run a lot more faster and smoother for a better job. Do you understand? The importance of being clear about what's wrong. When it comes to a customer, if you know something is wrong in your house, please let the plumber know immediately when they walk in, so that they don't have to spend time working out what the problem is. They can solve that problem quicker while being hinted at what it might be, or you telling a story of when you was using it, what happened when you heard a bang noise or something went wrong. Simple example is that I was in a customer's house before. They told me that their central heating just went boom and went off. I said, that's a bit weird. And I said, so I spent some time looking at what was going on, and I realized, oh, one of the junction boxes are open and your wire for the pump isn't in the right terminal. And they said, oh yeah, someone came round and they done that. Sorry? I would have helped if you would have told me that like 15, 20 minutes ago, because I wouldn't have wasted time then. I would have known what it would have been a lot sooner. But again, being clear with your customers being clear with you, it saves so much time. And if you found any help in any of the things which I said, as someone who's been in the trade for over 20 years, I'd appreciate if you shared, liked and subscribed to the videos, because this is my way of helping a customer, and this is my way of helping the next plumbers. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.